Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, Evergreen Organics. Really excited today. We're going to do a quick unboxing of a hand-forged draw knife that was made for me by Jim over at the Tradesman Channel. I'm really excited. He actually sent this to me about 3 weeks ago in the mail, and I haven't even had time to get it out of the box yet. I've been working so much overtime, it's been wild. But anyways, here we are today. We're going to get this box cut open, and we're going to stick that draw knife in some wood and check it out and see how it does. So come along with. Would you guys look at that beautiful packaging? I texted Jim and made a joke about how when the gift wrapping is so beautiful you don't even want to open up your gift, but look at this. I don't know if it's an old TV box or... I thought it was pretty hysterical. Although it seems like pretty secure packaging, so I'll give him props for that. As long as it arrives safely, we should be good to go, right? It's like breaking into Fort Knox getting through that packaging. There she be. Alright, I'll bring it a little closer for you guys. Okay. There's Jim's little blacksmithing logo right there. His little tree. Looks like he must have used epoxy in the handle right here, and then I know that these what do you call them, like cuffs or gussets, I know that those were I think it was like Schedule 40 black pipe or something like that he used. Seamless black pipe, I want to say. I don't know, I watch all of his videos, but quite often when I'm watching them it's really late at night and I'm only half awake anyways. But beautiful handles, very cool. Now the real test though is it sharp? Alright, what do you think, guys? Let's get this puppy buried in some wood, huh? I just took a piece of firewood outside, ran it on the joiner and then the table saw. This is red oak, so we'll give that a try and see. My pegs for my barn are all going to be made out of oak. I haven't decided on whether it's going to be red or white. I don't have any white oak on this land. There's only one white oak tree here. But I do have access to white oak on other land if I decide to do that. I don't know. Jim, if you're going to watch this video, why don't you let me know what's better to use? Probably white oak, right? Because it has closed pores. I don't know. But let's give this a try. Well, I gotta say, I think I might have answered my own question here. This red oak, really, I think these open pores give it more of a tendency to tear out, which is gonna make it not really ideal for me to make my pegs out of. This thing is holding up pretty well against oak. Jim definitely put a nice edge on it. It is not a perfectly even edge all the way across. I know that's a really hard thing to do. I worked in kitchens and the restaurant industry for a long time, and so I know knives pretty well and holding an edge pretty well. I also was a whole animal butcher before I became a plumber, so I kind of lived and died by a sharp blade. And this is definitely a very sharp blade. It's got like a double bevel that comes across from the right side moving over, and then it just kind of disappears over here on the left side. The other just small little flaws that I noticed just looking right off the top on it, the epoxy is a little bit messy. There's a little bit right on the tang right here. On the end of this one handle, it's perfectly smooth, and then The other handle has a hole right here. I'm assuming that's from the wood lathe. There's the 3 lines here on this handle, and then there's an additional line at the base right here, which I do not think was intentional. And on this handle here, the metal lines up perfectly with the wood on the handle, but on this handle, there's a sharp point right here where it looks like there was a little bit of blowout on this handle, and so it doesn't quite meet the same diameter as the, gusset or whatever you call that thing. But other than that, it's really beautifully straight across here. It's a beautiful tool, and I'm definitely going to put it to good use. You know, Jim is a new tool maker, and he's really excited about this stuff. He put a lot of effort into building his blacksmithing shop, and I'm really excited to own one of his tools, especially one of his new tools. You know, I shouldn't say his new tool. One of his like first tools that he's built. I've been following his channel for a while now, and he has one of the most valuable channels on YouTube. If you're into timber framing, or you want to timber frame your own structure for the first time and you want to learn about the basics of timber framing, his channel is the channel to go to. Really, the wealth of information on his channel is unparalleled when it comes to timber framing. Like, yeah, it's cool to watch Mr. Chickadee videos all day long because he does incredible, super high level timber framing stuff, but he doesn't speak in any of his videos. He doesn't explain how he does anything in any of his videos. You know, they're very artsy-fartsy and cool, but for like a regular old guy like me, a lot of his projects, 1, aren't practical, and 2, they're not explained how to actually do them in the videos. So, you know, and Jim is just a regular guy. He's just a regular guy who works a regular job, and he comes home from work, and then he puts in the effort to build a timber frame barn from scratch by himself, raise the barn by himself, and then film it all. Which, I gotta say, I had really no appreciation for how difficult it is to work and film the work that you're doing at the same time. It takes 3 times as long to do anything, especially when you've got no film crew, and you have to move the camera, and you have to adjust the focus, and then the video editing on top of it. I mean, it's incredible the amount of time that it takes to produce a halfway decent YouTube video. And Jim has made, I don't know, over 700 videos, I think. The guy's just incredible. So, yeah, I don't know that I'll be using red oak. This stuff really likes to split out, doesn't it? So, all in all, this is primarily what I'm going to be using this for, is for my pegs, for my barn. I love this tool. I think it was an affordable price. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking to it, but that's just because I'm a little anal about stuff. But it's great. It's going right through oak. We'll see how long. It's kind of like a punky spot here. We'll see how long this thing can hold a nice edge, and then, yeah. Now, I wish I could remember what kind of steel this was, you guys. I know that he explains it in his videos. I want to say it's like plow steel or something. I can't remember, and I didn't think to look it up before I made this video. Now, I know that Jim is currently working on making a run of 1.5 and 2-inch timber framing chisels that are the like Tang style chisels, kind of like Robert Sorby, that are different than this style timber framing chisel, which is like a socket style where the handle fits inside of the actual head of the chisel. Hopefully someday he makes one that's this style. I think that would be a really cool thing to see. I'd love to see a video or two on that. I mean, I know he's got his thing going on, what he's doing right now. Yeah, overall, I gotta say, not the most refined tool that I've ever used, but I'm super glad to have one of these. Really excited for Jim to finally be able to start making tools. I know it's been a long road for him, and him and I actually have the same profession in our daily lives, and so he knows, and I know just as well about the grind of doing what we do for work and really actually wanting to be, you know, farmers and homesteaders and live off the land and be tool makers, you know, to have that dream, to want to do something more than just work for a company and be a plumber or a pipe fitter or a boiler maker. Also, I just want to inform all of you that I am not the world's foremost expert on draw knives. Jim knows a lot more about draw knives than I do, I'm sure. So, y'all can take my opinion with a grain of salt, because I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel who is a plumber. I'm not even a real woodworker. The only thing I do professionally is plumbing, and I'm not even that good at it. Well, there you have it, folks. Really cool, beautiful draw knife made by Jim. Check out his channel, the Tradesman Channel. It's really a wonderful resource for anyone that is interested in timber framing. I gotta say, overall, I think it's a really good value for what I paid for it. And I look forward to him coming out with some more tools, because I'm definitely going to buy them. I would like to have a few more of his tools in my collection. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.